Okay guys, Brother Maynard here with another Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report. This is a 2,500 point game, my Demons. This is actually a practice game for a tournament, but I was playing against my buddy Chris's Bretonnians, so to soften my list up a little bit, I took out the Greater Demon that I was using and some of the Flamers and added a Demon Prince and some Horrors. Yeah, because I didn't want to take a tournament Demon list against his very balanced Bretonnians. Anyway, so here's the left side of my deployment. You can see I got a single fiend, 24 demonettes with a herald, demon prince with all the bells and whistles, and level 2 wizard with the lore of fire. So he's just 500 points of flying uselessness. And then I got a the Bloodletter Horde. The Skulltaker model up front is just a herald. And then behind them I got a flying battle standard bearer who has the entire lore of light. And then 6 flamers, 15 horrors, and then another single fiend, and then there on the right, a unit of 5 flesh hounds that you can barely see. And then here on Chris's left, so my right, he's got that's a wood there. Actually, he had to move the trees to put the peasants there, but that's a venom thicket, so they have poison attacks. And he's got a unit of bowmen and a big unit of peasants with spears. And then on the hill, another unit of bowmen with a trebuchet. And then the bases there are 5 mounted yeomen with 2 Knights of the Realm units, a damsel in each, one with the lore of beasts and the other with the lore of life. And then his generals in the unit on the right and his battle standards in the unit on the left. And then over here he's got another big unit of peasants with halberds, and then another 5 mounted yeomen, and then the 4 peg knights behind them. And then so he prays, and so I get the first turn, and you can see the mounted yeomen, they're already panicked. That's because my general hit him with a fireball. And then I just moved the fiend up here to just kind of hopefully draw some of his stuff away from the main, where I think the main fight's going to be. And then everybody else just kind of moves up, as fast as they can. And here's the right side. And then in his turn, I'm sorry for this picture, this is a terrible picture, but yeah, his peasants charge the fiend, and his general's unit charges the flamers, and yeah, I just got excited to take pictures again, so I took this picture before they were closed up for close their skirmishing formation. But you can see his general's units are missing a couple knights, and that's because the fiends shot at him in my turn, and also did a stand and shoot, so they've killed a couple bodies there. And then you can see his unit of peasant spearmen also charged the fiend. And yeah, this picture is just making my eyes hurt, because I got the flamers, I got the fiend, I got the flesh hounds, which are all really flexible, really useful, very maneuverable units. And yeah, I just, the way I have them set up is accomplishing nothing. They're not threatening as war machines, they're not threatening as bowmen, they're not redirecting as knights, they're not supporting my combat units, they're not even supporting each other. So I could not tell you what I was thinking, when I was moving them. No idea. Yeah, it just goes to show you that if you don't have a plan for your units, they just do whatever the heck they want. Anyway, so yeah, his magic phase is pretty much shut down, except he does get Throne of Vines through. His trebuchet misfires, and yeah, I've played 4 or 5 games with Chris, and I think his trebuchet has fired successfully, maybe once. So yeah, pretty funny, which is good, because I hate trebuchets. And then his archers have a pretty good round of shooting. They kill 3 of the flesh hounds. And then in combat, his spearmen killed the fiend and almost overrun into the hounds. So yeah, like I said, I couldn't tell you what I was thinking, like positioning and angling, and I had no idea. Yep. And so his general and the knights go to town on the flamers and kill a bunch of them. And I ended up needing insane courage to not take any wounds. And as you can see, I got it. So he wasn't too happy about that. The peasants over here obviously kill the fiend, and hopefully they're pulled away from the main fight for a little bit. And then he's got his peg knights moving around the flank. So on my turn, I just moved the demonettes up, And I'm just trying to box his battle standards unit in, because he's got a lot of points in there, and I just want to get him so that he's got to fight my fighty stuff. So, and then my Demon Prince is up there. I just moved him up there on the left, basically out of harm's way, because yeah, there's no way in hell I'm charging. I'm gonna take a charge from that unit with him, because there's two things that Bretonnian characters do, and they do them well, and that is fight in challenges and kill monsters. So my Demon Prince doesn't want none of that. And then for the rest of my movement, I just kind of move my level 2. I just move him over here just to get him away from those the Peg Knights. And yeah. So in combat, he takes the last flamer down to 1 wound, but as you can see, I got the Light of Battle spell off in my magic phase, so he automatically passes his leadership test. So yeah, that's going to continue. And then he, in his turn, he charges his battle standards unit into the Demonettes alongside the mounted yeomen, and yeah, because that fight is happening on the hill, we just decided to use his little token, his Grail token there, to just kind of show where the knight unit really was, because they just kept sliding down the hill. And you know, like I said, that was, it's a friendly game, and we both decided that was agreeable. So that's what we're kind of using, just to mark where the knights actually are. And then here he is moving his Peg Knights around the flank to try to get my little wizard guy. Treb, nothing from the Treb again, so gotta love it. Yeah, so his archers really don't have much to shoot at anymore, so they just start shooting at this unit of horrors, and they kill half of them. So in combat, his spearmen easily beat the hounds and turn to come pick on the horrors. So yeah, I gotta say it again, I have no idea what I was thinking over here. I think I was just trying to see how fast I could hand out victory points, is what it looks like I was doing. So and then over here, his knights and the Demonettes, he did kill a few Demonettes. I might have squeezed 1 kill through, I don't know. Long story short, he wins, and I'm stubborn for my first break test, so not a good position for him to be in. And here's why. The Bloodletter Horde comes charging over the hill, and we decided just to use that spare base there to really just show who was in contact, and just really define what's what. So that's what that's doing there. I don't really know why I didn't charge the Demon Prince in. I probably just forgot about him, so he's just, not in combat up there. So and then I moved my wizard. I'm trying to keep him close to lookout sir rolls, in case Chris decides to drop a rock on his head. And then yeah, and I don't want him anywhere near the disaster that is my right flank right now, so that's where he is. Demon Prince, I just moved him into this open area. The way he's positioned, he can charge the Trebuchet, the Bowman, or his General's unit. So I'm just trying to keep my options open with that guy. And then, yeah, so his General kills the, finishes off the Flamers, and I don't really know why he reformed them like this. I don't really know. So, regardless, Flamers are dead. Yep, and here's the Knights of the Realm combat. Yeah, Bloodletters took minimal damage, if any at all, and yeah, that entire unit's gone. So that's what happens when you get flanked by Bloodletters. That is just a lot of Bretonnian players are crying right now. I know it. So anyway, so reforms. Bloodletters reformed to go after his general. Demonettes reformed to just kind of block that unit of peasants that remember them. They killed the fiend the second turn of the game, so the Demonettes are just kind of blocking them. And then my opponent, having never used his Peg Knights before, wasn't aware that skirmishers no longer had 360 line of sight. So the way he had them angled, they couldn't have actually got this charge. But had he known better, he would have corrected that, obviously. So I just let him have the charge, in the spirit of the game. So the Pegasus Knights are now on my wizard, which is very bad for him. And then you can see on the left there, the peasants charge the demonettes. And here's that combat. He kills a couple of demonettes, and they just kill a ton of peasants.